Tired of the Steam API 64 DLL gaming error? I'm Sophie Chen, a Windows support engineer, and I'm going to fix your multimedia stack and eliminate that pop-up. As we prepare to fix Steam API 64 manually, consider the professional maintenance path for a more stable workstation. This is the Steam API 64, the 64-bit Steamworks API library used by modern games to communicate with the Steam runtime. It manages entitlement checks, achievements, and overlay services. If mismatched with a 32-bit variant or missing entirely, games may fail to boot, sometimes surfacing as generic startup errors like 0xC007B due to architecture conflicts. With that context in mind, our first logical step is a clean reinstallation. This issue typically involves a missing piece of the graphics runtime environment. Use the official Microsoft DirectX end-user runtime setup to restore legacy DirectX files, and then update your graphics drivers to resolve any hardware-specific dependencies for Steam API 64 DLL. Should the file remain missing after a reinstall, we need to ensure that the operating system is forced to re-index its shared library paths. Performing a restart can determine if the error is just a transient environment glitch. A reboot refreshes your system's path variables and can sometimes re-establish a broken link to the Steam API 64 file. Bookmark this video or click the like button now so that you have a shortcut back to this guide after your PC finishes restarting. Now that the system has rebooted, if the issue persists, let's move on to our next level of troubleshooting. Feel free to pause the video if you need a moment. If you're still seeing that runtime message post-restart, it's time to reinstall the shared library components. First, go to Control Panel, then select Programs and Features. Second, find every Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable, 2005 through 2022. Third, right-click each and select Change, then select Repair. If that fails, download the latest all-in-one VC++ redistributable package from Microsoft's website. Please note that for DLL files with numbers, the number tells you which version to repair. For example, 120 equals 2013. It's worth taking a moment to discuss the safe acquisition of runtime components. Avoid the trap of unofficial file repositories for Steam API 64 DLL, as these platforms are frequently utilized to distribute persistent browser hijackers and unwanted adware. To ensure your environment stays properly configured, a professional diagnostic can help verify that your library references remain intact. Resolve library inconsistencies and review system architecture using the reference below for information related to your Steam API 64 environment. To ensure you always have a professional diagnostic path for Steam API 64 or system errors, hit the subscribe button and keep this channel in your toolkit.